Welcome to OMEC Medical. I'd like to introduce you to our guest speaker, Biotium's Dr. Saloni Pasta. Dr. Pasta will provide a brief introduction to nucleic acid gel stains, exploring safer dyes and non-UV imaging solutions.
I am Saloni Pasta. I'm a senior product application scientist at Biotium. And today I'll provide a brief introduction about our safe gel stains, as well as non-UV based illuminators for gel imaging that we are developing with OMEC Medical. So I'd first like to start out by providing a brief introduction about Biotium. We are a life science reagent company located in the East Bay. We were founded in 2001, and we specialize in developing fluorescent dyes and related technologies. Our products include gel stains, which I'll be speaking with you about today, to cell stains, dyes, and reagents for immunofluorescence, for flow cytometry, as well as products for protein detection and analysis, and products for genomics and NGS. We have over 30 granted patents, as well as OEM and licensing partnerships with several leading life sciences companies. We also have a global distribution network and are proud to be an ISO 9001 certified company. So starting with today's topic, which is nucleic acid gel stains. So gel stains are widely used in most research labs, in academia, industry, or in the education sector. And the main purpose of gel stains is to detect nucleic acids, either DNA or RNA, or to separate fragments from each other, to size your fragments, or to quantify your DNA or RNA sample. So gel staining is used in a huge variety of applications, from determining the integrity of the nucleic acid after isolation, after PCR, when you do cloning, construct analysis, or for analyzing your libraries after NGS. So as gel stains are staples in most labs and used in large amounts, and the most commonly used dye is ethidium bromide, which we know is highly mutagenic, labs have been always looking for safer and more environmentally friendly alternatives. So gel red and gel green are fluorescent nucleic acid gel stains, which were developed as safer and more environmentally friendly alternatives to ethidium bromide. So as we list here, both gel red and gel green are safe and environmentally friendly. We have the California CCR Title 22, which shows that they are classified as non-hazardous reagents. Because they are safe, they are easy to dispose down the drain or in regular trash. And in spite of being safe, we don't compromise on their sensitivity. They're ultra-sensitive as compared to ethidium bromide or CyberSafe, as you can see in these images. So this is a dye comparing, an image comparing gel red with ethidium bromide, and you can see even staining, even at very low concentrations of DNA, and for bands that are of low molecular size. This is gel green in comparison to CyberSafe, and you can see the staining is much more brighter, and even for the same amount of DNA. The staining procedure is extremely simple. It's convenient. You can do precast staining, like you would for ethidium bromide, or post-staining. And the gels can be visualized either using a UV transilluminator, which most labs have, the ones that are using ethidium bromide, or for labs wanting to not use, UV, they can also be imaged on a blue light illuminator. And for downstream applications, both dyes, gel red and gel green, are compatible with gel purification, restriction digestion, cloning, or sequencing. So we have a range of formats for the gel red and gel green product line. And again, these were produced to offer greater flexibility and convenience to the customer. So our 10,000x gel stocks, it's just a very concentrated dye stock that can be used for either precast or post-staining. For gel red, we also offer additional formats like the diluted 3x version that you would just use for post-staining. We also offer gel red as a pre-stain, so you don't need to add it to your gel or stain the gel afterwards, but you can directly mix it with your sample when you run the sample. So this is loading dye plus pre-stain. We also offer both gel red and gel green pre-coated on agarose, So you would just cast your gel, and there is no need to additionally add dye. And finally, for staining polyacrylamide gels or paint gels, we also offer another version of gel red called paint gel red. So as you can see, using all the different variants, the staining is very comparable. So moving on to other detection devices. So gel red and gel green can both be detected using UV transilluminators, but keeping in mind safety as well as UV that can be damaging to DNA samples, we have developed, and we are also working with OMEC to develop non-UV LED and laser diode based illuminators. So this is an image showing gel green staining on the Gel Bright, which is a blue LED gel illuminator, and this is the Laser Diode Gel Illuminator, and you can see the staining is even. Both devices can be used for red and green dyes, so they can be used to image both gel red and gel green. Both devices come with an adjustable intensity, can be modulated. You can get even illumination, and they come with an amber filter, so you can easily, you can get rid of the background and just using your cell phone camera easily image the gels. The Gel Bright can also be used to generate visible bands with DNA Azure, which I'll be talking about in the next slide. So DNA Azure is a novel visible DNA gel stain developed by Biotium. And the main goal for this was that, for labs or for field workers not having access to any kind of, instrumentation devices or power supplies, you can just directly, image, stain your gel, develop the color with, just very bright white light, or the Gel Bright LED illuminator can also be used, and you get these nice blue bands. So the staining is permanent, the bands are very stable, and you can store this gel for several weeks with these blue bands. So in addition to being a visible gel stain, it's also ultra sensitive. So you can detect DNA down to 1 nanogram of DNA. Band excision becomes extremely simple because you can see your bands, you can just cut them out if you want them. And again, this stain is compatible with downstream applications like cloning or sequencing. For product resources or more information on our gel stains or our illuminators, you can visit our website. I have provided some links for where you can directly download brochures and flyers for the gel green and gel red gel stain. We have a white paper which compares the safety and sensitivity of these dyes compared to other safe dyes in the market. We also include a safety report, for customers who are really wanting to know how safe it is, what tests have been done, etc. We offer low-cost trial sizes for evaluation, and for any questions, you can reach out to our tech support. Here I've just kind of listed our other product lines. So in addition to making safe DNA and RNA gel stains, we also offer a range of other products, ranging from qPCR master mixes to kits for DNA and RNA quantitation for NGS. We have reagents for viability PCR. This is a new novel technique to look at viability, to use PCR to look at viability in bacterial samples. We have several products that are environmentally friendly, non-toxic, and safe to use. In addition, we also have another whole range of products for cell staining, immunostaining, and flow cytometry. Thank you, and I'll take any questions you have.
Thank you, Dr. Pasta. We appreciate your time today and presenting to us all about the different dyes produced by Biotium. We do have one question in the chat. This question was from Patrick Trippier. He wanted to know, what is the approximate shelf life of your dyes?
Right. So as I mentioned in the presentation, both dyes are very stable. So generally, we guarantee these dyes for up to a year from the time they are received by you. But based on our internal stability, if they are stored as recommended, they are stable for many, many years. So as long as they're protected from light, they are fluorescent dyes, and they're stored at room temperature, they should be stable for several years.
When you say several years, is that between 5 and 10, or could you give a range?
Yeah. They could be, yeah. So, we guarantee them for a year, but yes, they're very stable.
Okay, so guaranteed for a year, but probably stable for much longer than that.
For much longer, for much longer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I'll now open up for any questions. If anyone in the audience would like to talk directly to Dr. Pasta.
Excuse me, Claire, I had somebody chat me. Is there any kind of difference in user time or workflow for the gel reds and gel greens compared to other stains?
Gel green. No, as I mentioned, you can directly use them. So, most people are used to using ethidium bromide, where they would add the dye to the gel, and you can use both gel red and gel green in that way. You can also perform post staining, as in, run your gel first and then stain it. And only for gel red, we have another option is where you can mix it with your sample. So, there is no change to how you would be using these dyes. So you can use it as a pre-stain mixed with your sample. So instead of just mixing it with loading buffer, we provide loading buffer, which has the gel red dye. And so you could just mix it and run your sample without needing to then stain it. So I see another question from Claudio. How long are the bands visible? So typically for gel red and gel green, we recommend imaging the gels quite immediately or soon after running the gel, because it just gives you the sharpest bands and you don't want the dye to diffuse out. Also, we've seen, because these dyes are safe, so the reason or the way in which they're made safe is they're larger. We don't recommend storing the gels at 4 degrees because that can cause the dyes to precipitate out. So typically, we would recommend imaging the gel immediately. For DNA Azure, you have an option once the bands or the color is developed. The gel or the bands are going to be stable for many, many weeks. So that stain, those gels can be saved for a long time without any loss of color.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much for attending our presentation. If you have any questions regarding these gel stains, please reach out to us at sales@omectech.us or tech support@biotium.com.